Hey, and welcome to the Drep and Stone podcast, the podcast where two friends raise a glass and have a conversation. I'm Nick.
I'm Kyle. Hey, buddy.
How are you today?
So good, man. How you been?
Oh, man. You know what? We are cruising into that summer mode, and I am for it because I'm ready.
Yeah.
You don't sound ready.
No, there was something at the coffee shop that he said. Oh, when he was talking about that Lazarus machine. It sounds like my fucking pool. It's died 3 times, and I've had to resuscitate it back to life. It keeps dying on me, though. Yeah, no, summertime is that time of year. Of
the living's easy.
Constant maintenance of things.
Oh. Why you got to ruin it?
Well, I mean, it's reality of it.
Okay.
Not ruining anything. For me, it's the love of my pool.
Yeah, I know you love your pool.
I've waged war with this monstrosity for years. The best part about it is the fact that nobody uses it.
Yeah.
Like it maybe gets utilized once, twice a year at most. So it's just me constantly in battle with this thing that I know nothing about, but just trying to keep it at a balanced state.
Sure. This is where the PhD in chemistry comes in, man.
Sure.
Yeah.
I thought I was there. I thought this last time, like it shot on me, and I thought I was done. I thought this is it. This is the death of the pool. It's beyond my chat GPT conversations that I can utilize to help me figure stuff out. And it's to the point that I'm finally just going to have to like replace the whole thing. And then after like not touching it for a week, I went back.
Yeah.
And it was just humming along.
What?
So I've got a saltwater pool. I've got a saltwater pool.
Uh-huh.
So it turns the salt into chlorine. That's what keeps the pool clean.
Right.
And I've had to replace the chlorine, the chlorinator.
Yeah, chlorinator, yeah.
I've had to replace that several times over the years.
You know, I got to, in all the people that I know that have pools and have saltwater pools, this is a very common thing.
Yeah. And this past winter, it was so cold that I think it had damaged the chlorinator that I had. That's at least something the internet told me was a possibility.
Right.
So that's what I was kind of hanging my coat on. But then replaced the chlorinator, and then it worked for like a little while. But then, and you know, this is Florida, and we're to the point now of having 90-degree days. My pool water got back up into the 80s, and it was still reading that the water temperature was too low.
Nah, something wrong.
And so at that point, after replacing the chlorinator, and it was still giving me that warning, I was just like, I'm done.
Yeah.
That's it. It's over.
I'm
time
no
to call somebody.
But
Yeah, it's time to call somebody and have them fix it.
right.
But then, like I said, like a week went by, and I went back over to the house where the pool's at, and everything just happy as it could be. There was no issues. Like, don't know why you're stressed. I'm fine.
Is it one of those like, man, I got this problem. Like my shoulder hurts a little bit. Let's give it a week. Oh, it's fine, but like don't move it funny. You move it funny.
Yeah.
You done.
Yeah. No, I feel like it was kind of like one of those things of like, I was so to a state of like, I just don't care anymore. Like, let it burn. I don't care. That it was finally like, okay, fine. I've pushed you enough. I'll start working again. I can see that you're at like the end of your rope.
Like I said, you have a pool fairy, and that pool fairy was angry at you for some reason, but now
they're just like screwing with me, and they can finally see that like, all right, he's.
You know what? I'm happy for you, and I'm happy that your pool is humming along and clean. And you know what?
We've kicked that can one more time down the road. It's just a matter of time before.
Listen, you and I are going to go on a pretty extensive vacation here in a couple of weeks.
Yeah.
You're going to come back and you're fucked.
Yeah, we're going to come back to a lime green Jello pool for sure.
Yeah,
guaranteed.
You're done.
Yeah.
You are done, my guy.
Yeah,
that's so funny.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah. It's just the joy of home ownership.
Have you seen? Speaking of that, have you seen?
You had anything break recently?
I actually, yes, now that you mention it, I had a garage door spring explode.
Yeah.
Yeah. Luckily I wasn't home, or like maybe I was
in
like,
the vicinity.
Yeah, because we got home. I forget where we went. We went to dinner or something. Got home, tried to open the garage door, and didn't move. Walked inside and like just happened to look at the spring. I was like, oh, that spring's done, like cracked in half.
Yeah.
I had to call some dude. Luckily, it's not a difficult process, but it was a bit expensive.
But it's not something you can do on your own.
No, I was going to try.
Yeah. I can bend that spring into shape.
Yeah, that's what I thought. I was going to try. And literally everything I read said don't.
Yeah.
And like, you know, if someone's like, hey, can I do this? And like one thing's like, nah, you shouldn't. I usually go to another source. I'm like, can I do this? I'm like, yeah, you can do this. I went through 5 sources. Can I do this?
Don't do it.
Don't do it. Like you can, but it is highly ill-advised.
Right.
And I was like, cool, I'm going to call some dude. So did. And then I asked that guy, I was like, can I do this on my own? He's like, nah, you should not do that. I'm like, cool.
Fair enough.
Cool. So I know my limit. So yeah, the joy of home ownership. Have you seen the I don't know if it's probably on TikTok and Instagram and all that, but the series that this guy, I think he's a comedian, Derek Cahill.
Yep, love that guy.
Yeah,
his shit's really fun.
Yeah, welcome back to another episode of Fuck This House.
Fuck this house. They're so funny.
Good, and I feel your pain, Derek.
Yeah,
I feel your pain.
Right there with you. Yeah. He's got a pool too.
Yeah, I've seen the monstrosity of his pool. He's got a lot of problems. He's
way braver than me.
Oh,
he's replaced some stuff that I would definitely be. Nah, that's out of my pay grade.
Yeah, well, I think like at this point, the series is funding the thing that he's messing up.
You think?
Sure. I don't know.
He makes enough money off of that?
I don't know how that works, but I'm along for the ride is what I'm saying.
Yeah, same.
Yeah. Speaking about being along for the ride, you want to drink something with me?
Yeah, I'll take that ride any day.
I say we revisit an old friend.
Okay.
We've been doing that lately, coming back to things that we've had, killing some bottles, but I've got an old friend, something that we actually haven't had in quite some time.
Yeah, definitely not on the pod.
Definitely not on the pod. Kyle, I have before me
an old geezer.
I have your old granddad.
Yeah, old PawPaw.
My PawPaw. We're both called PawPaw?
Both of my grandpas were PawPaw.
No.
PawPaw Hester and PawPaw Waldrop, but I didn't call them that.
Oh.
Just PawPaw. Like
you called
I had
them
a PawPaw Hester and I had a PawPaw Waldrop,
but
who were 2 other gentlemen.
What?
My great grandfathers.
Whoa.
Yeah.
So like what happens if the PawPaws are in the same room together and you say,
great question.
Did it ever happen?
It's an eye contact situation at that point.
Oh, okay.
PawPaw. I'm looking at you. Not talking to you, PawPaw. Talking to you, PawPaw.
Did they have like a confluence and decide that? Like, nah, I'm PawPaw. Nah, I'm PawPaw.
No.
Nah, would both be PawPaw. Oh, okay. Did you call them PawPaw or they decided?
I don't know.
You see what I'm saying?
Well, I have an older sister, so
Sure.
I guess she decided.
Sure. Gotcha.
They were just always PawPaw.
I got you.
My grandmothers were different. I had Mama,
Oh,
but then I also had a Nana.
not a Nana.
Not a Nana.
Nana.
Yeah.
Nah.
So I had Nana and PawPaw, and then I had Mama and PawPaw.
God, you sound so southern right now. like, dang, man. Went on down to the creek and Mama and PawPaw.
Mama and PawPaw. Which is really funny. There's a bourbon right now. I need to get it for the pod.
Yeah.
Because friend of the pod has it. Is PawPaw's Ridge.
Oh.
Yeah, and it's decent. It's pretty good stuff. And,
Yeah.
and it's been my Publix has had it in their glass case.
I've seen that. I've seen.
I need to do a little research on it to figure out what it is, why they think it needs to be in the glass case. Because it's only like $30-something, $40-something.
Maybe it's just small batch.
Maybe, yeah. But it was pretty good. But I just like the name of it.
Well,
PawPaw's Ridge.
I did have a PawPaw.
Yeah.
I did. Yeah. My dad's dad.
PawPaw Johnson.
Yeah. We did not call him PawPaw Johnson. We just called him PawPaw. And I had a grandpa.
Yep.
But I also have an old granddad.
Hey.
Yeah. And this is Old Granddad 114. Kyle, this is historically one of our favorite bottles.
Yeah.
I'm gonna tell you what.
Tell me what.
This is my most recommended bottle, bar none.
Yeah.
Like if someone asks me what bourbon do I need to buy, bar none, I always recommend this. Every single time.
Shocker.
What? Really? You
I mean,
think
no, I'm not shocked by that, but I also just for a while there, you did have like a deep love for rare breed.
For sure. Yeah, no, for sure. But I think for me, now that this is also a little more readily available, not that rare breed isn't, but like I always recommend Old Granddad 114. I always say for the price, for the proof, and for the flavor of it, there is nothing better.
Yep.
I haven't revisited this bottle in a minute.
Okay.
So let's see if I'm a liar.
Okay. The original chonky cork.
It's thick.
Yeah.
I'd say quarter size.
Yeah.
Like diameter, that is a quarter.
Yeah.
Girthy.
Yeah. Pushing silver dollar. Ooh.
Well, it's dribbling like your old granddad.
Yeah. Still got good flow.
Well, your old granddad's like heading into prostate problems, but he's good right now. But he's like heading in that direction.
Don't even know what a prostate is.
Your old granddad don't, or you don't? Well, prostate, Kyle. All right, old granddad 114. When's the last time you had any?
I would have to say it's been. We were here one time and just had a splash of it for some reason. That would have had to have been it. Whatever that was, but I would say it's been not in the last couple of years.
Yeah. This is the last of, remember when we bought like 6 bottles? Mm-hmm. This is the last of it.
You haven't bought anything since then.
Nope.
And that was,
I'm going to say 22.
Yeah, that was a long time ago.
That was a long time ago, yeah.
I feel like I had one at one point.
But to be fair, we both bought several bottles. I think I bought 4 bottles.
That day?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I bought 2 and I think you bought 4.
Yeah.
And then I bought another one at one point in time just to have it, and I think I just went through it and just never went back.
Well, that was during the time that like you couldn't find it.
Yeah, you just could not find it.
And
we they must have really pressed up production on it.
We found that store in Tampa, and for whatever reason that dude had like a case.
I bet he changed the price on that
for
day
sure, dude. He's like,
we walked
these
out.
boys, $32. I don't know what it is now. I can't imagine it's much more than that.
I think it's still right around $30.
$30. And I mean, again, even if it were up to 40 now, I stand. I stood by it. Let's see if I stand by it.
Agreed.
Ooh, on the nose. Yeah.
Got that baby nut right on it.
And I love that like the caramel is there, but it's like taken down just a little bit. It's like tucked in there. It's like wedged in that peanut brittle.
Yeah, when I swirl it, I'm getting some sort of like a dark red entity. I
don't need you to be conjuring nothing, man. Come on.
I almost wanted to go plum.
I could be convinced of that. Yeah, like maybe you know what? Maybe it's cherry.
Yeah, it might just be like dark
it's not
cherry.
Maraschino. It's Luxardo.
Yeah,
not cherry run, but like legitimate like cherry.
Yeah, really dark cherry. But then once you let it settle, it's all peanut brittle, vanilla, and then some lovely oak.
Little twang too, and maybe that's just the oak for me. Not like a vinegary twang, but like a sour twang. You get that at all?
Yeah, I know what you're saying.
Like you open a bag of
Tang.
A bag of Tang? When's the last time you had Tang?
Been a minute.
Yeah. You think it's still good?
Nope.
It probably wasn't good back then.
I remember getting like not just those like Sunny D shit things that we had that time.
Yeah.
Seltzers. But like I remember getting Sunny D at one point. I'm like, I used to live off Sunny D.
Yeah.
Like, they used to be like, breakfast of champions. But I remember like having it like several years later. And
Sunny D and cookie dough, huh?
Oh, yeah. Would have been many a morning that I was running on
Sunny D and
cookie dough and Sunny D.
Disgusting. Anyway, so you had Sunny D and what?
It was just awful.
Yeah,
it just didn't match the memory at all.
Nah. Well, I can tell you that like I had when Tang was like really big and they had the chimpanzee and like he went to space or whatever.
Yeah.
What was that? Maybe late 80s, mid 90s, like in that period. I remember like begging my parents for it and we tried it. And I was like, huh.
That gross.
Yeah. I don't want that.
Y'all never gotta get that again.
Y'all can take that back. In fact, let's just pour it out right now.
They're like, nah.
Yeah, we
begged for it.
Yeah,
you go get a spoon.
It. Yeah.
You're gonna eat this powder.
Exactly. You're drinking that. Gave it to my sister. Tanya, try this. It's lovely. All right, you ready?
Yep.
Yes, sir.
Yep.
Ooh. Okay, so here's what I'm struck by initially. Oh, wait.
Here comes the 114.
Here's what I'm struck by initially. It is not as complex as I once thought it was.
You think we ever sang its praises as being complex?
No, not necessarily like in that way, but thinking back to it because when I originally had this, like it was the thing. Mm-hmm. And for me, it was like the pinnacle of, in some ways, like whiskey as a whole.
Whoa.
Yeah. I'm not going to say like we ever said it was complex, but I think when I think about the journey so far, like this is not, I would never say this is complex. I think there's some depth there, but I don't think it's complex. Mm-hmm. But for a certain bourbon drinker, this is complex. And I think that's where I was. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So like the meme when we started, like I was like, oh, wow, there are so many things going on here.
Sure.
And I'm not saying that I think that the flavor notes that are here are deep, they are rich, but I'm not like roller coaster, like, whoa, look at all this. Like there's so like even a kind of middle of the road scotch gives you so much more complexity than this.
Yeah, this is fairly, I would say, 2 to 3 notes.
Yeah. It is straight. It is quintessential bourbon dialed up.
Yeah, so like in those early years when we did like absolutely love this stuff. I do remember like a lot of high proof bourbons just being a bit too off-putting, I think, in terms of heat.
Yes.
Because a lot of those were reaching over 120.
Yeah.
And that was so challenging. So like even though this was coming back to 114, that's not that big of a jump, but I think it was enough of a jump that it was like, okay, now my palate's able to reach it,
right,
and still enjoy the flavors of it. And the flavors here are perfect.
Yes. I agree with you completely.
Yeah.
And I don't say that lightly.
Yeah.
I think the flavors are perfect.
Yeah, perfect for bourbon, for a high proof bourbon.
Yes.
Like these are the flavors that you want.
Yes.
And it's just kind of an argument of like, what level do you want the flavors?
Right.
What are the flavors?
For me, that peanut brittly note kind of fades into the background, and I still get sweet, but I get a lot of vanilla, and I get a lot of oak.
Yeah, I don't get much peanut right now on the palate. It's more still that kind of cherry thing is trying to squeak
I was just going to say that's it. It's that cherry is on the exhale for me.
Yeah, it's just really tasty.
It's sweet.
And it's nostalgic.
It's nostalgic. It's sweet. It's uncomplicated. It's unapologetic.
Yep.
It's not fancy, and I love it for it not being fancy.
Yep.
Because I truly think you could sell this at a higher price point.
Oh yeah, you could put this same liquid in a really fancy bottle, and if you paid $150 for it, you'd get home and be like, it doesn't disappoint.
It does not.
It matches that.
Yeah.
I'm not disappointed at all. I'm glad I bought this.
I'm getting 3 notes, but those are some damn good 3 notes.
Yeah.
Even for it being 114, like, yeah, it's punchy, but it's not like, oh boy.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. It doesn't make you clench.
No.
It's just right. It's right at the end of that precipice of like,
yeah,
where does proof get to the point where the proof is no longer accentuating the drink?
Correct.
Is it competing with it? And this never gets there. It's just right at that edge of like, no, you're still able to just really enjoy this neat and still get all the flavors out of it.
And I think that's something that, like, there was a trend in bourbon, and I still think there's some vestiges of that, in which like so many producers were just like, let's up the proof. The proof equals flavor. And I do.
That's what everybody wanted.
Yeah, I do still think that's true. Like, proof equals flavor, but at some point, like, it's so much proof that then you eclipse flavor, and so like you're just battling. Like, I really do like that light whiskey that Lakeland Whiskey Society did, but it's so high that like you have all the lovely flavors that are in it. I mean, the thing's 20 years old too.
Right.
You have all the flavors that are in it, but then you're also just battling proof. It's the same with that Highland Park Gulf Coast. Like, you've got these lovely, amazing sherry notes, but then you're battling freaking 145 or whatever it is. And you're like, just leave me alone.
Right.
Let me enjoy this thing. I think that something like this is what everyone actually wants.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. It's simple. I was going to say rugged. It's not really rugged.
No.
Like, you want it to be rugged because it's old granddad.
It looks rugged.
Yeah.
But it's got like a soft, warm heart.
Yeah, well, and it's kind of refined.
Weirdly,
like when I think of like rugged whiskeys or specifically bourbons, like I tend to think more like Wild Turkey.
Yes,
of the
spiky edges,
but like the char on it.
Yes,
it's almost smoky. There's so much like oak in it and stuff.
Right.
Whereas this, the oak on it it's there, but it's like it's not highlighted. The highlight is the sweet vanilla caramel thing happening. And the oak just kind of comes in as like an accent.
It complements.
On that, and it's great.
Yeah.
And it's perfect for that. So you want it to think like, oh yeah, no, it's going to be this like rugged, old-fashioned whiskey. And I mean, maybe it is. But it just palate-wise, it's a little more pretty than that.
Yes. And I think that's why, because like, okay, if you see this on the shelf, I'm going to say most people are not going to gravitate towards it because it's simple.
Right.
Like, you've got black and orange labeling. It's got a little bit of wax on the front. You got that big thick cork and a plastic top.
Yeah, it's not sexy.
No, not at all.
Yeah.
And I think that's also why I like it, because it is so simple.
Yeah.
And it is that bottle to me of, you're not paying for the bottle. You're paying for the liquid. You know, you buy a bottle of Taylor, of Blanton's, hell, even to some degree of Trace, and you're paying for the bottle. You're paying for the name. This, I feel like you're legitimately paying for the liquid.
They've also recently, in the past couple of years, tried to like introduce some more of that higher end elements of it, because I think it does have so many fans.
Yes.
And they're trying to do stuff with it, but like I've never been engaged with trying any of these because they're all so overpriced, I feel like.
Yeah.
Because I think the price of Old Granddad 114 is as important in terms of its popularity as the flavor, that when you introduce this like higher end version of it, you're losing your characteristic. And now you're playing into that.
Yeah. So they actually just released the Old Granddad 114 single barrel.
Right.
Which is still, from what I understand, a competitive price. It is not expensive.
Yeah, like a couple of years ago, 2, maybe 3, they came out with the Old Granddad 16.
Right.
Which was very expensive. Like,
yes,
I think there's still a shop near me that has a bottle of it that
hundreds, right?
Well over, yeah, like $250 maybe, and it's just like, no. And I don't,
because is it going to be better than that?
Yeah, probably not.
Not price wise, I don't think. I'm glad that it holds up.
Yep.
And I stand by what I've said and what I continue to say, that when people ask, hey, what bourbon should I buy? I always tell them this, and I will continue to do that.
Yeah, if you haven't had it, if you haven't sat with it, like, that's one that just has to be done in terms of, you know, your whiskey journey. That's an island you need to sit on for a while.
Agreed.
Yep.
Buy 4 bottles. Sit with it.
Yeah.
You're not going to be disappointed.
Enjoyed it.
All right, Colin, now that we've got a great pour.
Yep.
What do you want to talk about this week?
All right, how about this?
Yeah.
Interesting thing that caught my attention this week was there's a very popular singer that recently caught some controversy.
Oh, that's
over
normal.
Something she said.
Oh boy.
Billie Eilish. She was doing like a what's your take on Billie Eilish?
Indifference.
Yeah, sure, same.
Yeah,
like I mean, she has some songs like I love.
Yeah,
but like I'm not well versed in Billie Eilish.
Me neither.
In any way.
It's literally just what's on the radio kind of thing.
Yeah, but like something that like got into my algorithm was she was doing like either a podcast or just like some sort of like a social media thing where they were asking her questions, and she responded to one of the interviewers or whatever with the take of, she feels that you cannot love animals and eat animals at the same time. Like that's two competing ideas that if you basically saying like, if you eat animals, then you don't really love animals.
Ooh.
And if you really love animals, then you can't eat animals. And like there was nothing more than that. There was no like deeper like dive into like
anything.
what really like her philosophy is on that. It was just kind of like a cold statement,
right?
And then they moved on.
Yeah.
But she's caught a lot of like controversy over just the concept.
Yeah, and the PETA people are like, we love Billie.
Yeah,
of
sure.
course, yeah.
I don't know. Like I thought about it for a second, and like kind of felt somewhat challenged because like I do love eating meat.
Sure.
But I also have pets, and I love my pets.
Yeah.
I don't think I would eat my pets, but like I think it's just a bigger. I think it's
You ain't been hungry enough, then, bud.
That's very true.
Although one of your dogs, you're gonna get a lot out of.
Sure.
The other one, not so much.
Yeah, maybe some jerky. One strip. He's a Slim Jim. Slim Max.
He's probably gristly at this point. Like, gristle.
Some rawhide.
Turkey seed from.
I think it's always
vacation. Sorry.
Oh yeah. Save the neck for me, Clark.
Sorry.
That's always been like a conversation though of it's Charlotte's Web.
Sure.
It's like how do you have an animal and love that animal and then like utilize that animal in that way. I can understand her take,
yes,
and like how that's just like an emotional take on it,
but
I disagree with it.
I disagree with you.
Yeah,
and like okay, if you look at that perspective from like a factory farm kind of perspective, in which, let's be honest, like most of us, that's how we get our food.
Right.
The answer would be, I understand what you're saying. And I can agree with you to some degree. Like, can you love an animal? Can you love animals and be 100% okay with factory farming? And if that's the question, or if that's the aspect, then like, you're making a good argument, because I think it's tough.
It's an argument against that style of
correct production.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely opposed to that. Like, I hate that. And
I don't think, I would say that there are far more people that would want animals to not suffer than there are people who want animals to suffer. But the statement whole cloth, I disagree with. I think you can absolutely love animals and still eat animals.
Right.
When I was in college, I did a class that was kind of about this in some way. And I loved this, and I love the ideas surrounding like these kind of perspectives of like, where do we get our food? You know, and you look at, not to get too nuanced in this, but like there's a book called Fast Food Nation. It's by Eric Schlosser. There's Michael Pollan writes a bunch of this, Food Inc. And there's Food Inc. 2, which are documentaries. And like there's a ton of stuff out there just about like our factory farming system in America. And it's fucked up, like in so many ways.
Right.
Top down, and like not just for animals, but for the way we, modify plants, and like that's a whole thing. But I think like you can absolutely love animals and still eat animals.
Yeah. Just in terms of like, I think when you look back at like, the history of progress,
right?
What it would have been like to be a homesteader, in the 1700s, 1800s, and like understanding like, I mean, again, Charlotte's Web. Of like, there's a whole like several generations of people that like I'm sure made that work.
Right.
Yes, like I'm raising you as a means that is going to provide for me.
Right.
In some way, in some form or fashion, but like that wouldn't mean that like I don't
respect it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or
I think it comes from a place. Maybe her comment, I don't know this for sure, but it comes from a place of like, if you were to ask, I'm going to say whatever that average American is, like, where did that hamburger come from? Some like people would be like, oh, it came from the store, and I got the hamburger at the store, and like, and they,
at some point in time it was a cow.
Well, like if they get that far,
yeah,
and I hate to say it that way, and I mean I don't have enough faith in people, but like if they even make that connection, like the food that you're buying in the store doesn't have a face on it.
Yeah, it's so removed.
Exactly, and especially like if you're not shopping around the outside of the store where all the fresher ingredient stuff are, like, yeah, it definitely does. And then like, when's the last time, like, we call pork, we don't call it pig.
Right.
And there are some like, etymology things there, but like we don't call it cow, we call it beef.
Right.
Weirdly, we call chicken. But like there's that removal of the thing. And so like, if I'm looking, like, I love steak.
Yeah.
And if I'm looking at it, like I want to splurge, and I want a thick ribeye. Like, do I think of the face of the cow that I'm eating? Most people know. And honestly, like, I'm not either.
Right.
But that doesn't mean that I don't recognize like this thing was once alive.
Right. And
so I need to treat that with respect. Like, I'm not buying steaks and like, we're going to let that go bad.
Right.
You know what I mean? Or like, I'm just going to throw this together right quick. Like, there's some respect that goes into it.
Right.
And I think that's where that comes from, of like, maybe the commodification or the fast foodification of it all. Like, yeah, I understand that perspective.
Yeah.
Of like, you can't really love animals and like chow down at McDonald's every day, because that's the factory farm aspect of it. And like the removal of that thing was once a living being, and you don't even respect the living being.
Right.
I think that's where it comes from.
Oh, sure. Yeah. But like to just blanket cover the entire conversation.
No.
Like, go watch Clarkson's Farm.
Correct.
Like, go see how hard that was.
Yeah.
For somebody to love these animals, but then feel the responsibility of like, yeah, but like, I want to see this project through.
And I think that makes the thing more meaningful.
Yeah, I would think so.
I might say something controversial.
Oh,
I know. I'm not going to edit it out either.
Here we go.
I would go so far as to say that if you are someone that chooses to eat meat, that you should have to kill an animal and eat that animal at least once. And the reason why I say this is because then I think you gain a respect. Now, I'm not saying like you have to go kill the cow. I'm not saying that necessarily, but like you might have to kill a squirrel. You might have to kill a fish. You might have to, do something like you are taking that life, because then you understand that it's not just a piece of meat in the store, that it was something that deserves respect. At the very least, it was a living thing. And so like that thing, much like the Clarkson's farm aspect, like that meant something.
Right.
That life meant something,
Right.
And it wasn't cheap.
Need blood on your hands.
I think you do. I mean, have you ever killed anything and eaten it?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I mean, like I'm not a hunter.
Not as a man though. Like only in my adolescence.
Killing cats.
Skinning cats, man.
Like what?
No, like
dove.
My dad and I, we would go dove hunting every year.
Right.
And there were many a dove that we cleaned and ate. Yeah, never did anything more than that.
You've been fishing though, right?
Sure.
Yeah, and then did you eat the fish?
Don't know why fish always gets a kind of a pass. As it's
I think because people it does though.
Yeah.
I don't know why, but it does.
Yeah.
But like,
I think because it doesn't make a sound.
Probably.
Like they're not crying when you
right
get them out of the water.
Yeah.
They're not screaming.
Okay, so I've got kind of a horror story, but like it's something that it actually like affected me, and I think in a good way.
Okay.
So along those same lines, so my uncle raised pigs. And he still raises like all manner of things. But he had pigs, he had goats, he had like this
some kids.
No, he didn't have kids.
Goats.
Oh yeah, some gigantic. I remember, man, he had his turkeys just like that. That's not physically possible for a turkey to be that fat and still walk around like them little legs don't carry that. Anyway, so I remember distinctly. I was probably like 12. That he had some pigs, not quite suckling. They were a little bit older than that, but they were younger pigs. They weren't fully they weren't pigs. And
didn't have no fat back.
Correct.
No fat cap.
He knew some dudes who were like, we want pigs for Christmas dinner. He's like, cool, I've got 5 pigs. Y'all going to have to come over there and get these pigs. And these dudes came over and with like just handguns.
Took out the pigs.
And like, I don't know if you ever heard a pig. It is horrific. Like the scream of a pig is like, oh my God, like that is horrific. But like knowing that this thing has been loved and cared for, not that my uncle named the pigs necessarily, but like this thing's been loved and cared for. It's had a great life. And like, yeah, this is a bad day, but this is one bad day out of this pig's entire life. And like, it's been well cared for. And like, its life has been ended in the most humane way possible. Yeah. And like experiencing that as a young kid, like it was traumatizing, but it's also like that recognition. And even then I knew it, like a recognition of, yeah, but this is okay. Like that thing has been loved and this was its purpose and it's had a great life. Like
it's delicious.
And it's delicious. Gonna make a great Christmas pork. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Versus like if this pig's life was a factory farm, like it would be in horrendous conditions. Like
right.
it would like, no, like nobody wants that. I don't think.
Yeah. Yeah. There could absolutely be way more respectful ways to go about it.
Right.
Like I knew somebody that was like, they would, buy a half of a cow.
Yeah.
And, from a farm.
Right.
And eat off of that for an entire year.
I'd love to do that right now.
Yeah. Like, that was always like a cool like response to, yeah, I don't want to like, be a part of that. But I think there's a more humane way to do it and a more responsible way to do it.
And this is honestly something I've been talking about for years. I would love to buy, a half cow, that's a whole lot of beef, man.
Yeah.
But I would love to buy a half or a quarter cow and I would love to be like, go to the farm and be like, yeah, that one. Just because like, I know
I'll look it in the eyes.
Yeah, no, maybe. But like, no, I want to see like this thing has been loved and cared for and it's had a good life. And ultimately this thing it's been raised for this.
Right.
Do I want the thing to die? No, but I recognize the thing is going to die.
Mm-hmm.
It's going to have, again, one bad day, and it's going to go do, like, the thing is going to be used for a lot more things. It's going to be used for better things. I don't know how to kind of justify that, but I picked that one, and I know that cow.
Right.
And so I think that her statement is just patently false. You can love animals and still eat animals.
Right.
I see the wheels turning over there.
Well, I think it's like, it's also too like you know, I don't think we can sit here and like be like, yeah, like that's the way to do it. It's not how we do it though.
No, you're right. It's not. I agree.
You know, it's like we're still like gonna go to Publix and go buy like, I mean, I don't know where y'all got that meat. Like I have no,
for sure.
I'm just trusting you that you did something to it. But
and
like
I agree with you.
Or I might stop and get McDonald's on the way home. Like, you know, it's like it's one thing to like say like, yeah, like that's like the better thing. But like even then, that doesn't stop me.
Right. I'm still gonna buy it.
Like, and I still love animals.
Right.
But they taste good.
Yeah.
And I don't mean to be like, you know, insensitive or anything like that, but it's just kind of like I love the animals that I know. You know, I love the animals that I take care of.
And you don't want to, like, I don't think you don't want to see an animal that, even if you're going to eat it, you don't want to see it suffer.
Right.
You know, like,
but like it's also the knowledge that absolutely, like the steak that we eat, those animals probably suffered.
Sure.
You know, the bacon that we eat, those pigs probably suffered. Like I saw something recently of like there's some sort of like legislation that like pigs that are going to be raised for slaughter, they must live in a cage that they can't even like turn around in or something.
Whoa.
Like I don't know if that was like some crazy like internet thing. Like maybe that wasn't true.
Right.
Just because of like that's the world as it currently exists, and like that's just how you get meat, is it has to be through these factories, unless you do go out and do the thing.
Yeah.
Which, you know, is it economically viable?
Not right now.
Or, you know,
like I don't have enough room for a cow in my backyard.
It's like, yeah, no, you can say that, like, yes, like I love the animals that I know,
right,
that I take care of, and I love animals in general, but I also just don't have a problem with eating them.
Well, I look at it too, like I watched
like it's
hell
nature.
Of a lot, right, that's what I was gonna say. Like I watched
nature.
A hell of a lot of Discovery Channel growing up.
Yeah,
like a lot.
Doing it like they do
on Discovery Channel.
There you go.
My guy, that's why I was watching it. No, like I
seriously, I'm curious how snakes do it.
Seriously, like nature, man, it is cruel.
It's brutal. Yeah,
it's brutal. Like, no, nature is cruel and it doesn't care. And so the fact that like I do care, or at least I can think about like, you know, where
I'd like to stop suffering where it exists.
Correct.
If it's needless.
Correct.
Yeah.
That is the world. That is nature. That is what we do. But like, can we minimize it? Yes, we can. And can we do that to the best of our abilities? Absolutely.
Yeah. I think that's it. I think it's the idea that like, I think you absolutely can love animals and love the animals that you're taking care of, knowing that you're raising them to harvest them. Absolutely, you can do that.
Yes.
Is that currently what most people are able to do? No. But you can do that. Correct. So like that, yeah, I do think that the sentiment is false.
On that note,
got any bacon?
Actually, I was gonna ask if you wanted a steak. Like, I got some steak. You want a steak?
I had steak for lunch.
Did you?
Yeah.
Man. Well, then you don't need.
We had some extra. We had some extra that night, so I got to have a little steak and eggs before
I
came over here. It was nice.
Man, well, I rescind my offer.
Yep.
You don't need anything.
No worries. I'm in good shape.
Our glasses are empty.
We did the thing.
And our minds are full.
Yep.
Well, on that note, we'd love to know, what do you think about the old Granddad 114?
Yeah, if that's not your favorite low-cost, high-proof bourbon, tell us what it is.
And I'm going to tell you why you're wrong.
Yeah, no joke.
Because
that's
like,
hard
you're
to beat.
Probably wrong.
Because it's either going to be more expensive or not as good. It's the only two options.
Hands down. Like hands
the only
down.
two options.
Hands down. We'd also love to know, where do you stand on this? Can you love animals and also enjoy eating them?
Yeah.
Because I enjoy eating them.
Actually, I don't want to hear it.
All right, well, just tell us about the whiskey. You can get in touch with us through email. It's drepandstone@gmail.com. You can also get in touch with us through social media.
It's always one word, Drep and Stone. DREP and Stone. Find it, like it, look at it while you're eating your bacon. Bacon's delicious. Bacon is so good.
Oh, it's so good. It's terrible for you, but it's so good. We'd also love you to support Drep and Stone. You can do so by rating Drep and Stone wherever it is you find great podcasts like this one. You can support Drep and Stone financially through our Patreon page. It's patreon.com/Drep and Stone. And finally, Kyle.
Yes, sir.
You can support Drep and Stone by telling someone about Drep and Stone.
Easy peasy.
Yeah.
While you're out there, like, taking care of your pigs, they come over to see the beautiful handwritten note that's in the spider web above the barn door.
May a glass overflow.
And your ass never show. Cheers, buddy.
Cheers.